coinciding, that's constantly moving amongst us. So when you go there, you have a different experience because it's moving in a different direction. Hexagonally, I don't know, or orthogonal timelines like Philip K. Dick would talk about, but there's something else there, and it's real as fuck because you're able to bring it back. That's a transferable point. That's what I do with my art. And back to who taught me, self-taught with little help, you know what I mean?
Butcher, as the crew is gaining momentum and your fame is rising, you also encounter a young up-and-coming musical artist named Will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas. How do you first meet Will?
I met Will originally at the Peace and Justice Center with Playboy Eddie, and I'm not sure if it was late '94 or early '95 with and I think originally they were the At Band Clan, and that was the name of their group, and it was him, Apple, and Taboo. And they all have freestyle skills, particularly Will, bro. That's what I'm saying. This, like, I have no clue, because people have seen all his mainstream work. That fool was a fucking amazing freestyle rapper. Till this day, you know what I mean? That fool used to just rip the mic, and they all had a style. But yeah, I met him there because I would go and b-boy at Foundation, and I would freestyle, would hit the mic, and I would b-boy at Foundation. So we would always have ciphers together. So I kind of grew up with them, but they were older than me, you know what I mean?
Who was a better freestyler, you or Will at the time?
He of course, and shit, because I was a kid, bro. But I've always had skills since I was little and shit. But he was, but do I get up at the wheel like and let you know. I said, at the flow. He had a whole swagger, bro, like with his fucking collars and leather jackets. They were on some other shit, bro. They weren't like, yo, hip hop, grab the microphone and flip flop. It was some other new shit. So yeah, but that motherfucker was the first one to tell me, like, so it moved from the Peace and Justice Center to SIPA Filipino Community Center on Temple Street, and I used to just always have paint on me, just have, random cans on me, and I was just talking out of my ass, and right there was a property that was under construction, so they just had a fucked up, like, 6-foot concrete wall right there across the street, and I'm like, fuck, and I made an excuse. I'm like, fuck, I didn't think this fool was down with GRAFF like that and shit. And I'm like, if I had a look, I would rock that shit right now. He goes, I'll be the fool. I'll go handle it.
Will.i.am is your lookout.
Yeah, fool. The fool's down. He's a street motherfucker, bro. Like, that fool's down with the business. That fool's like, yeah, I got you, fool. Go handle it. I'm like, fuck.
You gotta do it now.
He put me on blast. So this is '95, bro. I fucking go across the street with my backpack and just caught it like a throw up. I did like a fucking 5-can fucking piece with a yellow outline and shit and a character. And this fool fucking, and the cops did pass that once, this fool whistled, and so he actually looked out. He was a solid motherfucker. And yeah, that was the homie, bro. He fucking looked out for me. That's one of my first solo burners publicly was Will.i.am, homie. Black Eyed Peas and shit.
Did Will.i.am write as well? Did he have an undercover name?
He did, but I don't remember, you know what I mean? Because he wasn't doing it as much like that. Me, I was like a little kid fucking tagger. Like most of the dudes that were doing pieces weren't doing that shit, so they weren't all about me. I was the fool with my book that would be just like the graffiti dude coming up. But I know he wrote, and probably Apple did too. I don't know what Taboo wrote, you know what I mean, back then, but I'm pretty sure all three of those fools are writers and shit.
You yourself, you come from a musical influenced family.
Yes.
Do you and Will ever discuss music together? Did you know he was on a trajectory to fame?
I heard that they were signed to fucking Ruthless back then, and that's when Eazy-E died, so that's why it took so long for them to blow up, because they would start signed back then. But I didn't know that. Like, I wasn't doing it like that. I was just a kid that would just battle other people on the mic. This fool had a professional thing the whole time. Like, he was already, like, aimed for success. You could tell he knew he was going to be successful. I never had plans of success as a rapper because I never saw those opportunities, really, without people telling me to say certain shit. So it was just freestyle, battle rapper. And I'm still the same to this day, you know what I mean? And that's why me as a rapper, I'm putting that dude on blast. Like, they've heard Tonight, and that the mainstream stuff. No, dude, he's not that auto-tune dude. That fool will fucking rip a hole in your ass on the mic, bro. He's sick with it and shit. Like,
in the latest episode of Drink Champs, Will says he grew up in East LA.
Yeah.
Did you get that sense that he knew what was up with
Yeah, because I grew up in East Hollywood, Silver Lake, and I have that same influence, the Blolo. I'm actually a Blolo. I'm a black Cholo, homie. I'm black, white, Native American. I'm not Mexican. I'm not Raza. But when I get institutionalized, I'm a Sureño. When the shit cracked off in the county jail, the blacks knew I was black because I was open. I was in Pilmod. This is what they get that nigga. When the shit happened, they put it right at me, and I was front line. So he knows the deal, dude. That fool. He grew up in East Los, I think, on 8th Street over there in Boyle Heights.